So I'd like to show you a tool I created, which I believe is going to be very powerful, because what it does is it actually takes brands which are typically found at Amazon and it actually compares them to suppliers. And what it does is it actually tells you which suppliers are carrying these brands. So in other words, what suppliers you can go to find these Amazon brands. Okay, so this I believe is going to be a huge time saver, and I'm going to show you some examples of what it actually does. Now, first of all, let me explain where I got the suppliers from. Okay, this long list of suppliers, I have about 552 so far, came from SKUGrid, okay, the United States suppliers. However, I also plan to add the UK suppliers, and I have a link in the description of this video where you can go ahead and download the list of suppliers that I have so far. As of the date of this video, I did the US, but I'm going to add the UK, so those should be on there as well if you're downloading this in the future. Okay, so that's one thing, but right now what I want to do is actually show you the results. Okay, so you can see that these are the brands, and then I have some links here to make it easier for you to check the brands. Right, so take this brand for instance. It's at all these different suppliers. Now, Amazon.com usually shows up as the first one, and then you have these other ones, right? And that's because Amazon is on the list also. But what I'm going to do is check this brand here automatically just by clicking that link, and I can see that I have approval to sell the brand, right? Once I see select condition, new used. Okay, so I have approval to sell the brand. So I would just say approval on Amazon. You can say yes, or you can say true, or however you want to do it. So you can say approval on Amazon, yes, and then I have a link to automatically check the restricted list. So I'm going to check that. It's not on the restricted list, so that's a good thing. We want to say no. And then you can also search Amazon to see potentially some of the products that they're carrying on Amazon, right? So another thing I have is something called IP alert, which shows me if it's safe from IP claims. So it's green, that generally means it's safe. Okay, so that's what we do with that. And then I'm just going to go straight to the suppliers. Right, these are the suppliers that come up: Art.com, Home Depot, Sears, and Walmart. Right, so basically these are some different suppliers. So if for some reason, if I if I'm interested in this supplier, Art.com, I could go here and I could try to see if I can find anything from this brand. Now you have to be careful. Sometimes it could be that although the supplier showed up, okay, there might be a different reason. It might not why the supplier showed up, right? So I might not actually find those products on this particular supplier. But if I go to one of these other ones, like Sears, perhaps. All right, and I would have typed that same brand name in. Whoops, I'm going to close this. Come on. And see if I see some of those products or similar products, right? And you can see on Sears, I'm seeing some of the similar products to what we see here in Amazon, right? So you see that. I mean, right away, we can see the similar products. Okay, so this is really powerful because you wouldn't know that otherwise, right? It would be hard to find out. Now, the thing is, you might be wondering, well, how did I get these brands, first of all, right? There's so many. I mean, I have 1,000 brands here, by the way, right? So there are 1,000 lawn, patio, and garden brands that I downloaded, and for that part, I used Keepa, and I have a video. I've already done a video where I actually showed how to get the brands out of Keepa. Okay, how to get a list of brands. So I'm not going to do that here, all right? But you can check that video, which is also on this channel. But that's basically what this does. Now I want to look at a few other examples because I really want to show the power of this. For instance, Job's Organics. Okay, I'm going to look for this one at Lowe's. Okay, so we see the brand is Job's Organics. I'm going to go ahead and copy that brand name. And it tells me, the program tells me that it's at Lowe's, so I'm going to go to Lowe's and I'm going to paste it in here, and I see Job's Organics. Okay, I'm also going to show you these products on Amazon so you can just see them, right? And you'll see the same products, right? You see that we see a lot of similar products there. So then, you can potentially source some products this way. So that's the power of this, is that I'm immediately finding suppliers, okay, for these brands, and then I'm immediately also able to check these brands conveniently to see if I can sell them, right? And I can sell this one as well. All right, so I'm gonna say yes, I can sell. Yes. Right, and normally I do more checks than this, right? I go through all this, but for this video I'm just really focusing on showing you the matches from the brand to the supplier. So I'm doing my checks, kind of the brand checking, I'm doing it kind of fast because I just want to really show you the results on the suppliers. Okay, so to Wayfair.com, let's check out Wayfair. Wayfair is a good supplier that I've used personally, right? And they're very good, but it's hard sometimes to find product matches. Like if you just randomly go through the products, a lot of times you may not find them on Amazon, or they don't match to anything on Amazon. But this makes it easier because we see Wayfair here, and then we see this brand name. All you have to do now is take this brand name and try it in here, okay, and see what happens. And yeah, so again, the program is successful. It figured out that Guardsman is at Wayfair.com. Right? It figures that out. You can even follow the brand if you want, right? But we can go ahead and start looking at the products. And then we can look at the products on Amazon also, because we want to see actually which Guardsman products are actually on Amazon, right? Because we see them on Wayfair. We see some different things here on Wayfair. And we didn't really go through them on Wayfair, right? We just looked at a few, and then we see some over here, right, on Amazon, right, as well. And we see it's like garden products. Okay, so basically, this really is going to point you in the right direction for brands and suppliers. Okay, so for one, if you download this list of suppliers from me, you're going to have this huge list of suppliers to work from. And then if you get access to this program, well, then you're going to have a way of automatically finding the brands at all over 500 of these suppliers, which it's going to be even more than this, because I'm going to, for those people who are selling in the UK, I'm going to add the UK suppliers also. As I said, I'll just pull them off of the SKUGrid website. So this could really be very useful and helpful. But okay, now I really want to explain something about this that I think some of the people who have communicated to about this so far have a misconception. This is not really, the Google Sheet is not doing the work. Okay, so I want to explain, the Google Sheet itself is not what is searching the brand, using a search engine, finding the results, and figuring out the suppliers. Okay, Google Sheets cannot do that. I wrote a program with JavaScript, another programming language. That program is doing the work. When that program gets the results, okay, which are the suppliers, it then basically says, okay, here they are, and it spits them out here. Okay, so basically I'll show you what the formula looks like, right? This formula, the things that are inside this formula, they are not part of Google Sheets, okay, except for transpose. But the rest of the stuff this is not part of Google Sheets. This is stuff that is coming from that program. Okay, so what you have to understand is that in order for this to work, you're going to need to have that program running, basically as an add-on to the Google Sheet. So basically, to access this, you will have to have the template right here, so that you can refer to the suppliers list and things like that. And by the way, you can add your own suppliers here too. You don't have to just use these. You can add more, and it will also search those too, by the way. Right? You can put in your own brands, of course. You're going to put in different brands in here, and you can add suppliers. Okay, but basically, you'll have the Google Sheet, and then the program will be running from the background. Now, so the question becomes, well, okay, how do you access this, right? So for that, you're going to have to see the link. There might be a link in the description of this video. You can also contact me directly. I have my contact information in the video if you want to inquire about how you get access to this, all right? But it's not the normal way where I just share a Google Sheet. That's not it. Okay, it's not the way it's going to work with this. Okay, so basically you have to inquire about that and see what info I provide to you where that is concerned. Okay, so I really just wanted to show you what I did here. That was really the point in this video, just to show you what I did, that it works, and hopefully to get you interested potentially in becoming a part of this. Now this video focuses on this, and I really didn't plan to do this, but what I'm going to do is just give you a little preview into something else I'm working on. And I usually don't do this because it's this, you know, until something is really complete. But another thing I have, which is the next phase in the process, is to actually automatically search the products and find the exact product at the supplier. Okay, so this is even more advanced. Now, with this, you have to tell it the supplier first. Okay, now Walmart is just an example. I'm not saying that everybody should go use Walmart. I'm just using this Walmart as an example because these are products from Walmart, and I use Walmart as a test supplier because they have so many products on Amazon. It's very easy for me to test it. So but it will work with any supplier. In theory, any supplier will work with this, and basically, you know, what I'm doing here is I'm automatically sourcing products, right? Okay, I can't do it right now because it's gonna I'm not in that correct account right now, but basically these are results that the program found automatically. So like this is a product on Amazon, for instance, and then this is the same product, to make it back into a link, should be the same product on Walmart. Okay, and basically the program found this link automatically. Okay, so that's another phase in the process I'm working on. But right now, the thing about this is that it's really, you know, it's not quite as perfect as this is. This is really this really works very well, where this works like most of the time, a certain percentage of the time, right? It's more than half of the time, but as you can see, there are a lot of not founds. So sometimes it doesn't find the product, even though it should find it, and sometimes it does. So this phase, you know, this is further along, but that's something I'm also developing that I want you to be aware of, that I'm developing other things as well. Okay, so it's not just this. I'm always, whatever I show you here on YouTube and whatever you look at, you have to understand that I'm always working on something else. So you're not seeing everything that I even have yet, right? So this is something I just completed. So I've been working on this for a couple months. So actually, you know, you didn't know about this a couple months ago. You didn't know I was working on this, right? So same thing. Right now, there's things I'm working on that you don't even know that I might come out with in a couple months. So that's why I'm encouraging you to kind of join me in what I'm doing, become part of what I'm doing, because you might be surprised. You know, I might come up with something that's really useful to you, right? In the future, I might have some things that are really useful for you right now as well. And so it's not just what you see right now. I'm always working, you know, so I'm always working on something. So anyway, this is basically the main point of this. I mean, video was just to show you how you can, you know, find matches from these brands to these suppliers. I mean, look at this, Ace Hardware, right? These are just different suppliers that you may have heard of or might not have heard of, and now you know what brands you can sell on those suppliers. You know, you just take the brand and you just search it in here, and you know, there you go again, right? And this is all lawn, patio, and garden, by the way, right? All these categories. So all these brands are in that category. Okay, and there you go. We have products, right? So I'm just demonstrating again, just to really bring the point home. Okay, again, search Amazon, you see similar products, right? So this is allowing you to figure out things that you can sell. Look, the exact same products here and on Amazon. All right. So I mean, I think I just found something profitable. So I mean, this is just the process that you can go through with this. I'm going to actually close these, where you can find a lot of different matches between brands and suppliers and different potential products. And that's basically it. Again, just check the link in this video, description of this video, to see what's their interest. Make sure you download the list of suppliers, and try to get involved with this if you think it's useful. So anyway, Mr. Mark, this is Excel for Amazon. I hope to see you around. I hope to hear from you, and take care.